Hello there folks, and welcome back to Medieval Engineers. They have added a pretty cool update. We're going to take a look at all of the things that they have added. However, first we're going to look at a proper trebuchet. You can find this on the Steam Workshop. I'll make sure to put the link in the description below to attribute the awesome creator who made this. It doesn't come with the terrible castle. I built that so we can actually show us destroying something, and this thing actually flings the rocks pretty far compared to my gravity-powered catapult that we made last episode. It's actually really kind of ingenious. It has your standard trebuchet where you have your weight here, your pivot there, your boom here, and then it has this little basket which you attach via ropes, and you put your projectile inside of that basket, and then from here you can crank down your trebuchet to get it closer to the ground to get a larger firing arc. Also, you can attach these ropes to these, and then they really fling far, and we're going to show you that, as well as a couple of things that they've added into the game. We're going to take a look at those first. So they have added, just like in Space Engineers, the 1/2 slope blocks, or the 2 slope blocks depending on which way that you orient them. They've also added the battlements for those as well. The stone battlements long slope, which is what they're called. Whoops. One thing that's kind of annoying is that when you press G, usually it exits you from this screen, but instead it automatically defaults to the search bar, which is kind of annoying, but I'm sure they'll be fixing that eventually. So as you see here, that allows you to make the gradient of your slopes a little bit less than they would have been before, which is kind of nice. You can, just walk up here. It doesn't seem like it's as steep of a slope because it isn't. And here they've also added the curved battlements, which we put up here just to demonstrate it. Looks like a chimney, but it's just something extra that we can hit. They have also added, under character tools, tearable rope. It's not rope that is awful, it's just rope that you can tear. So we're going to show you that as well at some point during this little demonstration. So let's get this thing going. Let's take a medium projectile and put it inside of this block here, and come on, almost. I guess we'll use flying mode. We'll be cheaties, people. There we go. And then to send it on its way. Oh yeah! Look at how far it flings that thing. Right over, right over our castle. That's pretty awesome. In fact, just so we can hit something, I'm going to put a couple of blocks here, just because we can. In fact, let's take a look at these stone blocks. We had them oriented the 1/2 slope way, so let's orient them the other way, if we can. Well, I'm hitting all the orientation keys. It doesn't look like it wants to be oriented that way, which is strange. So maybe you can only do it as a 1/2 slope block, which might be possible. Alright. I guess we'll be using these then, and then we'll throw a couple of these blocks underneath them, just so we can catch whatever it is that we throw. And don't want to do too much, because remember, there is structural integrity to this, and if we add too much to it, we're going to rip off the entire wall. So I think that should be enough to catch our blocks. Also, I'm going to try to hook them up to the sleds underneath there, just to see if they throw them a little bit further. And then, for the final trick, we are going to try to attach the new little rope thing, the rope end, which is meant for catapults. So, now let's bring this thing down. Bring that down here. Actually, yeah, that'll be fine. And let's gotta crank it all the way down. coming down? Nope, it's not coming down. Maybe we need to crank it the other way. There we go. Now it's coming down. A little bit more. Okay, that's a little bit too much. A little bit. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to attach this rope end to that rope end. Uh-oh. We have a hovering block. The physics can get wonky sometimes. And we'll attach this rope end to this rope end. Do the same thing on the other side. I can't imagine how somebody would do this without cheating in survival mode, which we will show you survival mode because they've added such a thing. Whoops, that's not all where you're supposed to go. Have you attached to one of yourselves. There. Alright. We're going to show you the survival mode. There's not really much added in it yet, other than the fact that the barbarians can kill you. But we'll plink around in it for a short period of time, just to show you what it is about. Alright, now let's throw one of these in there. Whoop. Yeah. There we go. Oh. There we go. We'll have a 2-for-1 deal, hopefully, maybe. Now we'll see if this actually works. I actually haven't tried using one of these sleds, but we'll see what happens. Oh my lord. And yeah, there we go. We actually hit something this time. Doesn't look like it did much damage. It's only a medium projectile. It broke off one of the tabs of our battlement. Still, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Now, last time I did this, it completely destroyed the trebuchet. I don't know why. Probably glitches, that's why. Now let's take off these. And in fact, I'm going to save this just in case it glitches out again, so be back in a bit. Alright, moment of truth. Hey, it didn't explode. Alright, so the new little trebuchet thing that you can use, or rope end attachment as they call it, is this thing. Use the mouse wheel to get it. It's under the same rope ending. You just use the mouse wheel to get it, and there goes that search default again. And how you actually change things is when you go up to it, and once you get the little icon there, you press K, and it shows you the little cone area that the rope will release at. So if your projectile or rope is anywhere pointing in this direction, it will release. So I like making the cone pretty big. We'll make it like that-ish. That-ish. That should be fine. Imagine. Yaw. Don't want to really futz with the yaw too much. And we'll just make the threshold a little bit bigger. We'll bring this thing back down. So let's hook this one up to here. This is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to hook one up on one side, one up on the other side, because there are two of these rope spools. So I think this will bring it down, and yep, keep on coming down. Is that as far down as you want to go? Oh, yes, as far down as it wants to go. Okay, I take that back. Here, we'll release you a bit so you don't completely explode. Okay, there we go. It's kind of bugging out, but that's fine. Alright, so we can, I don't know, let's make something, and then, well, we can throw all sorts of things with it, so whoop, maybe, how about all blocks, and we'll get a large projectile here. Okay. There we go. Hook you up, and we should be able to throw it. I may have done the angles wrong, but let's see what happens. Oh my god, it went too fast. Okay, so looks like we'll have to change the angle on that, and we'll show you how to do that. I think it's because the angle was already pointed in the correct direction, so it automatically released. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the angle. Whoop, that threshold's a bit too much. Pitch, we're going to have it go that way. Go this way. Reduce the angle this way. Okay. Now it should work the same way. We'll only hook up one of them this time because we just want to get it done and over with. I'm not really sure how well that this trebuchet will actually throw a large thing, or a large projectile, but we'll see. Okay, down, down, down. Okay, that's good, good, good. Okay. I have a feeling that this isn't going to throw it very far because of the angle that I put it at, but it should at least demonstrate that it's possible. In fact, I don't think it'll throw it at all because of the way, yeah, let me see if I can crank this down a bit more. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's going to throw it at all because I think the projectile's too heavy, but, yeah, look, it's just sitting there. Look, nope, I'm not moving. Okay, well, we can demonstrate the tearable rope. I think we should do that. And that's not a tearable rope, so nothing will be torn. However, let's get some timbers here. Round timber. And let's rotate this the correct way. Nope, I had that there for a little bit. That's the stuff. Alright, we'll do that, and we'll put one across here. Actually, we'll make it a little bit shorter, just for demonstration purposes. And we're going to put a little rope attachment point right on top of it. There and there. And we're going to select our tearable rope. And put you there, and haha, I broke it by walking through. And we'll do that again. Haha, you can do all sorts of cool things with this. Say you wanted to launch this by breaking the rope up here. All you'd have to do is attach it from there to there, walk across this, and then break it. But that's not going to happen, unfortunately. And because this rock is so stuck in place, I think it's stuck in place because when you put those large projectiles on the ground, I think when you put these on the ground, I think they're technically stationary objects and they don't want to move. So you'll have to actually use the large projectile thrower and see if you can attach them via that. In fact, I might be, well, yeah, it's going to launch, but anyhow. So that has been a couple of the things that they've added, and now we are going to show you the survival mode. So see you back in a bit. Okay, so here we are in the main menu. So what you'll want to do is you want to go to New World, Custom World, and here you go, Survival. There we go. And let's just pick something fun. Let's take the castle. And we can turn on barbarians. Also, they have added max fracture pieces. This is for people who have slower PCs and they can't handle all of the physics that are going on. You can lower down the amount of fractures in walls and stuff. Or if you have an absolutely beast of a PC, you can crank it up to, oh god, my computer's gonna fry. So we're gonna keep it lower just for the sake of the video. And I'm going to put it in survival. Don't need autosave. Structural integrity, keep on. That, don't really have any mods installed, so we're just going to do this. And we're going to see if we can see what this survival is all about. See you guys back when we're done loading. Alright, so here we are in the quote-unquote survival world. There is no flying, and as far as I can tell, you can't build anything. So let's see what you can actually do. So we have character tools. Looks like we have a medium projectile thrower. We'll probably be able to do stuff with rope, I would imagine. So we can still throw balls out of our face, which is okay. But we can't actually build. I suppose we can actually still build stuff. So essentially it's right now the survival is creative where you can't fly. Also, you can be killed by barbarians, which is that's something, I guess. And there's this cool thing. I don't think I've ever shown you this, have I? This is the default castle thing that you can find. It's your default map, I suppose. It's one of those presets. It's pretty cool, actually. There's all sorts of nooks and crannies in this place. Let's actually show you the drawbridge, which is a fairly cool idea. Also, there's all sorts of towers and whatnot. Like right now, we're on the walls. So, there are barbarians. We're going to see if we can get ourselves killed just to show you the fact that you can get yourself killed. But remember, there's only 6 barbarians ever. So, it's not like you're going to really be worrying about dying anytime soon. So, there you go. You can open and close the drawbridge. Whoop. And if any of you are wondering how you switch directions, you just press shift while you're pressing T to activate this, and it goes and changes the direction that you are I don't know what you call it, twisting, pulling, whatever. And here we are, we're at the top. Yeah, it's pretty cool in here. We'll take a look at the actual king place. The castle itself. So we can go through here. We've got some shops and houses for the peasants and armorers and so on and so forth. Got more of them up here. Really kind of cool. See if we can. Yeah! Take that, forest. And there's the kingly statue, of course. More peasant houses, more peasant houses. And here is the throne room. Well, not the throne room, it's like the entrance room. And there's a staircase up here to the mezzanine or balcony or whatever you want to call it. And you can go up here further to look at this. Kind of cool. Got some little outlooks and whatnot. And let's go all the way up to the tippy top. And here we have the actual throne room itself. It's at the top of the castle. And yeah, it's pretty cool looking. There's interesting things that you can do with the game, even so far, despite the fact they haven't really added too much. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And yes, you can go up even further up to the tippy top of the castle. Right now we're on top of the roof in the throne room. And waha! Take that. Or if we wanted to do a lot of damage, uh-oh. Yep, and there goes the windmill. When you play this game, you gotta destroy stuff. That's really all you can do at this point. You can build stuff and destroy stuff. And that's about it. So, yeah, well, that is what they've added. Well, I suppose we've got to get ourselves killed. Well, there we did it. Somehow we killed ourselves. Alright, let's find a barbarian if we can. Let's see if we can get ourselves killed. Which is actually fairly unlikely. This is a really big map, and there's only 6 barbarians at any given time. Or, we could, you know, spawn one in front of our face. Hi. Ow. Goodbye. But, yeah, you can spawn a whole bunch of them, and they don't like you. Which is kind of cool. Which means that once they do add a proper survival in the game, it will make staying alive a little bit more difficult than it is in Space Engineers, where you really don't have to worry about anybody killing you whatsoever, whereas these barbarians, especially if there's more than 6 of them, could cause a lot of trouble because they can break your walls, they can try to kill you while you're mining, and all sorts of stuff. Come and get me. And now we'll just die for the sake of showing you that they can kill you. And there we go. So that has been the update for Medieval Engineers. Thank you folks for watching, and I will see you folks next time.